Good evening, my friends. Good evening, my friends. Good evening. Again, I have come, this time in English. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible, my friends? Am I audible? Am I audible? May I start? May I start? I do not know whether the transmission is okay or not. Let me start. Let me see. This time I'll be in the English. Let me start. The reason of choosing this part of Mahakal Kathon is for different reasons. Number one, today is Maha Navami, Durga Puja. Durga to us, in our culture, in our civilization, is the source of our power, energy. And what Netaji Mahakal thinks about DUGGA.KALI. Number one. Number two, what Mahakal thinks about this Bengal and India for its reconstruction. And particularly in the background today, the developments, political, geopolitical developments in the Chatga area, Chittagong area, and our western frontier, Pak and Baluchistan. In this development, with an eye to that development, I am reading the sayings of Mahakal, Mahakal Kathon, specially related to this his DUGGA.KALI and Banga Mata, Bharat Mata, to a specific area. Let me see whether I am audible or visible. Am I audible? Am I audible this time? Am I audible or visible? I do not know whether I am audible or visible. Okay. Let me continue. There is no indication whether I am audible or visible. Oh, DUGGA.KALI, Banga Mata, Bharat Mata. 4 minutes. Okay, I am okay. I am now. I see. I am audible and visible. Oh, okay. 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 Let me start in English. Okay. First, let me page number 111. Hail to the magnanimous one. Hail to the magnanimous one. The English translation of Oi Mahanavashe. 111. 111. Okay, 111. 111. Okay, 111. Let me read 111. Yes, let me read. You have heard why I have picked up these areas. Remember, I am reading. Remember, your men are in every key place, here and overseas. This time, their garb is legal. They simply cannot be touched and or detected. Under their garb, they are working. They are in positions in all key capitals and in on all nerve centers which count, manipulating, pulling, suppressing, exploiting, exploding, creating, and forcing issues and policies, mystifying, clarifying, shaping, all only with a single purpose. A single purpose. This time, no chance, no mistakes, no failure. This is divine Ma Durga's works. God's work. They are, for me, synonymous with Mother Bengal, Durga Kali, God Brahma, Janani Janmabhumi's Bengal. They mean, and to and for me, only one thing: Bengal, my only religion. My note is, my friends, you have heard, I have told many times that to Mahakal, the most painful areas is the partition of Bengal. The sufferings of crores of refugees, particularly of Bengal, and the mothers and sisters being raped in lakhs, butchered, humiliated, and as as slaves transported to Arab land by ships in lakhs. That is the most painful area to Mahakal. Most painful. And he's very allergic to the story, very allergic to the story of their marriage story, the falsely fabricated marriage story. And the land on this globe surface, very sympathetic, very empathetic, is Israel. History of the Jews suffering for 2000 years touches his mind, touched his mind. Very empathetic. And the Tibet, these are the areas of his soft, very soft. He is very soft, very touchy. There are soft corners. But most painful area is the partition and sufferings of Bengal. Bengalis sufferings. And naturally, the Mahakal design, in the Mahakal design, yes, he has some ideas about Russia, America, China, Europe, Africa, rest of Asia. But most important is India, Bharat, of which Bengal has got its special appeal to in his mind. Special Bengal. His mind, he has told, Bengal my religion. Naturally, when this Bengal, this West Bengal and East Bengal is suffering from different diseases, the East Bengal is suffering from a crisis, a mental crisis. The crisis is whether they want to live with Islam or with Bengali identity, Bengali culture. That's their crisis. The moment that crisis, the psychological problem is over, their problem will be over. Here in West Bengal, with what? With secularism they want to live, or with Bangalitto as a part of Bharatvarsha, the wider Bharatian civilization, what they want. And the another tragedy is in West Bengal, there is a gross demographic change by Muslim infiltration to this West Bengal different parts in crores. That is the center of crisis. And the new development in Chatga, the deployment, landing of the American forces in Chatga Bay of Bengal area has created a new situation. A new situation, a Vietnam-like situation is coming. In Vietnam, after the Second Great War, what happened? The American forces landed in Vietnam, and against which the surrounding forces reacted. In the inside the land of Vietnam, the Liberation Army came up, who are assisted by the forces China and Russia. Similarly, the moment American forces has come to Chittagong area, naturally China, India, Russia will react to that. A Vietnam-like situation is emerging there. New geopolitical changes is coming. Similarly, new geopolitical changes is coming in our western side to the Pak and Balochistan area. Let me read after this. Let me read from page number 58. Yes, 58 from this book, 58. Yes. Vajrabani. There is no truth like penance. There is no sorrow like anger. There is no joy like renunciation. No truth like penance. No I like knowledge. Who says God is kind? God has no mercy, love, or affection. He has unending mercilessness. To God, the biggest attribute is the six great virtues. Six great virtues. Yes. There is nothing called God. Whoever acquires these six great virtues becomes God. Who is a yogi? A devotee of Shiva, worshipper of power, that is Shakti. Whoever is the mother is the father. Even in this India, with its 12 Jyotirlingas of Shiva, the mother has 52 pilgrimages. Whatever you say, nothing can measure up to the mother. We depict Shiva as if he is in the trance. Shiva is the yogi, is in trance. That means he is immersed totally in absolute energy in its pristine state. This is why we call him Mahayogi. The yogi, the great yogi, he has become conjoined with the pristine state of Shakti, the divine feminine power. He cannot be comprehended apart from Shakti. Separated from Shakti, he will become Shavo, that is corpse. Immersed in yoga and in a samadhi trance, he is functioning as a conductor. The accumulated divine power is being conducted through him. 33.5 crore gods and goddesses are working with a small fraction of that power. The moment he wakes up from trance, samadhi, tribulations will result. He will then become Rudra, Shankara, Mahakal, Shiva is the working Shiva is working as an anchor for all gods and goddesses. If you do not absorb the power of your roots, you shall wither like a dry leaf. Shakti, sadhana, that is quest for the primordial power or divine energy, is to awaken the Kulo Kundalini. The mother herself is known as the Kulo Kundalini Shakti. The goal of the most sacred Raj Yoga is also the same. The sadhaka gets an option at the point which Raj Yogis reach in their quest for awakening the Kulo Kundalini. If the yogi can master the requisite courage, he can then advance even further. Raj Yogis do not know of this path. Herein lies the difference between Raj Yogis and the Tantrics. The real Tantric will never disclose the fact that he is a Tantric. One who says he is a Tantric can never be a Tantric. Practice of Tantra is an extremely hazardous path. They are bound by an unshakable law. The network of their organization is spread all over the world. Of course, their nerve center is in India. A tantric will never disclose their sadhana to others. Chop his chop him in 1,000 pieces, even if you might. Tantra sadhaka, it is the ultimate of the ultimates. A group of brain cells has its individual circuit. Some are interconnected, and a group of nerve cells will be their interconnections a circuit. If you clear shave a person's head and put tiny electrodes on the scalp, they will glow. Their first requirement of the mystic is to have complete control over his outer movements, and the next requirement is complete control over its inner currents. Imagine yourself as a general. A battalion has been destroyed in the battlefield. A group of brain cells is functioning in a way that is causing great sorrow and distress in you. At that very moment, two members came to you to consult you with the news of a campaigning. You shall have to switch off the first group of cells instantly. Otherwise, the first group of cells will get superimposed on your judgment and cloud it, impairing its efficacy. You need complete mastery over yourself as long as you are under the influence of Maya, cosmic illusion, and Moha, the mundane attachments. As long as you feel only for yourself, you shall not be able to feel for others. A single scabbard cannot contain two swords. Either you stay inside yourself or the Divine Mother will. He is the real master who can hold himself in check. Unless one can desist from blowing his own trumpet, he cannot do anything worthwhile. Worthwhile, yes. In this world, it is the eccentrics who contribute something. By eccentric, I do not mean someone unhinged, but someone out of the ordinary. Two factors mold the history of a nation throughout the ages. Number one, your military strength, your military strength, the power and strength of your ideology. Those two things are going to assert themselves permanently for thousands years. Do you know what is the misfortune of India? It has not had a military seer for 2 millennia. There has not been any national military thinking for 1 millennium. This nation does not know what is military thinking. This country enjoys every person to know his or her military strategy. They should speak in terms of military strength. I do not believe in Bishop Prem. It is buncombe. It is a cliche. There cannot be such a thing as Bishop Prem. You can stand you can you stand in a space and practice Bishop Prem? Do you, don't you need a solid ground for your feet to stand upon? What utter nonsense! You must have a center to radiate. Radiate yourself. I have no attachment towards anyone. I can love everybody because I cannot give mundane expression to love. Does not it seem paradoxical? It is not paradoxical. It is also not hypocrisy. I do not have any attachment. Expectation is a necessary accompaniment of attachment. The question of expectation lies whenever there is impure love. Love and attachment are like twin sisters. Love only knows how to give, it knows not how to expect. I call them that love. This is why I say you have to give, only give. Give even your life. That is how you bestow true love. Otherwise, you will have to burn in the fire of attachment. Have you seen a butterfly burn itself in fire? I will not read anything else today. Yes, how much time? 25 minutes. Let it be. There are many things about the spiritual lines. Yes, I have told you because the geopolitical changes are there, and whatever is happening, the result will come after a certain period. We cannot expect result immediately, but there is definitely definitely something is happening in the in Bangladesh, in Chatga area, in Pak, Baluchistan, everywhere. Something is happening, and ultimately, the resultant thing will be a new Bharatvarsha, newly newly constructed new geopolitical identity of Bharatvarsha. One thing, if you read the presidential speech, Congress presidential speech 1938, there you will see the importance of army in his speech in the middle of the list of priorities. In the list of priorities, in the middle there is the army, and army in the middle of the priorities in the list. If you read his speech, Tokyo speech, 1944 December, there in his speech you see the importance of army in its government agenda is in the topmost of the list of priorities, in the topmost. And Mahakal phase, yes, military strategy, army, the topmost priority in his list of priorities. And you see, in last 7 decades, other governments at the center never given army the topmost priority. You see today, This government, NDA government, to them it is the army, it is the security of the country. Army reconstruction is in the topmost position in the list of priority. Let me stop here today. Any question? No question. Okay. Let me stop here. Thank you. Tomorrow I will be in English on Mohandas Gandhi, Shastriji, and Revolutionary Leader Rai in shorts after 10 p.m. Let me stop here today. Thank you.